the single that came out, "Keep It," and sent. I know I saw on your Instagram post, right, that
Yeah,
you said "Summer's Not Over Yet" when you posted when the track came out, and that's what it felt like when I heard it at first because it didn't, I felt like something that we could have been playing all summer, just something super upbeat, and I just want you to take me back a little bit to you starting and why you decided to put that track out now.
yeah. That song was definitely a summer vibe, and I was meaning to put it out in the summer, but life kind of happened, and just wanted to make sure I was super prepped for a rollout of something bigger. I want to like not play catch up as much as I usually do. Putting out so much music and content and videos. Like I usually do. Sometimes it catches up to you, and you put out all this stuff so fast. And you're like, wait, I don't got my next drop ready now. I wanted to just like make sure I was ahead of schedule and I wasn't playing catch up. And if that meant pushing this song back, I thought it'd be worth it. And while it is a summer vibe, I feel like it's just a great song, and you don't need to be on the beach to enjoy it. Um, you know, and by summer's not over yet, just really meant, I dropped it on the 19th, I think. And I guess summer don't technically end to the 21st, so it wasn't over yet. I got my summer drop in, man. I didn't really drop all, so a full summer without Trevor Spitta kind of made my heart hurt. So I had to get it in right before summer was over, and I'm glad we did. Um, I think though you could bump that song any weather.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say we could
could,
bump it going into the fall here, and
yeah, you could do it wherever, man. It's a good song. Just with as long as you're with your friends and you have a good vibe going on, then it don't matter the weather outside. It's The video was definitely shot in the summer. Um, as you could see, we were on the beach. We shot it in Charleston, South Carolina, and some of it in Greenville, South Carolina as well. Those are where my homies are at who shot it. And I also just love South Carolina. I think it's a really cool state, a lot of cool aesthetics. So no, we didn't shoot that in LA. Yeah, we shot.
the videos seem really like it. I mean, the visuals are always great, but I feel like it's super. They seem really important to you, the visuals that you put out, because it's such a big part of your music. Um, of sort of telling the story with not just the music that you're putting out, but also you know, like you said, the content that's leading up to it, the videos that are coming with it. Um, so what was sort of the idea behind making this video and for this track?
I just thought it was a fun track, sort of a fun video. Not really a huge storyline behind it, but just a great vibe where you can watch it and kind of just brings the song even more to life. And you can see me and my friends just having fun making the video. I'm sure it makes um, you know whoever's listening to it also feel that vibe. And when you see the video, um, you also you just have as much fun as we did watching it. I mean, you have as much
Yeah,
fun watching it as we did making it.
for
So
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And going into it, it sounded really free, and especially the more melodic, parts of the song because we even got you singing on there a bit, and it just really shows the full range of who you are as an artist, not just the rapping and which you've always shown on Sunset Mosh Pit and everything, but it almost to me felt like a little bit of a throwback to Not If But When that you released in
Wow.
2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, to me it just felt like you're stepping back into that energy a little bit. I could hear that in the track.
Yeah. Well, singing and being melodic was something that I've done a lot over, my last 10 years, making and putting out music. And it was fun to like, go back into that. It's something that I want to kind of reintroduce with my sound. I'm not going to say that Keep It is like this, like my new sound. It's not. Um, but it's not a one off either. I want to just kind of integrate more singing and melody into, my future music, and that's what we've done, and that's what we've tried to do. My next song is definitely closer to keep it than it is to, you know, more harder rap music, but it's kind of in the middle. And then we still got some hard rap music coming too. But I love showcasing versatility and hitting different vibes and hitting different pockets. And I thought this was a real fun one to come with at the end of the summer. It's a summer song to me, so squeeze it in there and yeah, keep it pushing. But this song meant a lot to me because I'll never forget making it. I just thought this was such a banger, and happy it's out for sure. And
And you say mean a lot to you by just because of the memories it brings you with making it, and it was fun for you to make.
yeah, making it, shooting the video, when I hit the melody, just hearing the beat for the first time. As an artist, when you hear the beat for the first time, you kind of know uh, there's something special. And just definitely, yeah, I'm just excited. I was excited making it, and I was excited putting it out, and I'm excited that it's out. So, um, yeah, melody is more melodies for sure. A lot of good music coming. So I'll always love melody. Even on Sunset Mosh Pit, my album, there are some songs where I'm singing. It's not like a foreign concept, fans or people listening or whatever, um, to hear me hit some melodies. So yeah, yeah, just super excited.
I think there's it's nice that you don't have to be boxed in either. You don't seem to, at least speaking to you, feel like you have to be boxed into now this.
Yeah, I feel like it still sounds like a Trevor Spitta song. Still
Yeah.
rap. To me, that's still a rap song. Um, just a different, more different side of it. Rap is such a big genre where you're not exactly sure when you hear like this song's a rap song. You don't really know what that
Yeah.
means. You need more of a description when someone says they're dropping a rap song. It could be there's so many different subgenres, but I do think the flows and the drums there's still very much rap centric, um, even with the melody. So yeah, just yeah, excited and pumped that that's out for
Yeah.
sure.
Rap is such a big spectrum now, like you said, of you know, there's a spectrum where people are doing super classic rap stuff that you would think, and now, especially as time has gone on and on, it's been more and more melodic, and people have really started to tap into that. And I think it's just really neat that you can hit these different areas of rap without feeling like or worried that people are gonna label you as this artist or this. But I feel like you're sort of past that point now in your career where you have a pretty dedicated fan base and people know what they're expecting to get when they come hear a spit a song.
Yeah, I always want my music to have this particular sound, and I feel like a lot of times it's scary to try new sounds and do new things because like not only are you not trying to scare or maybe not scare is the right word, but just like throw your fan base off with like a whole different sound, but also, there's gonna be somebody who, I'm not shit. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people that hear this song for the first time, and that's their first time ever hearing about me, and that's to them, that's their introduction. So, doing something that's different. Sometimes that I feel like that's actually a little more scary to me is like having that be that, and then like I come back with like a whole different sound.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think artists should ever worry about that. Do whatever feels right. If you like the song, put it out. And but at this point, at the same time, doing it for a long time, you know, I don't think I would ever put out something that's completely out of my world. And I don't think this is, even though it is very different. Um, it's a great song, it's a fun vibe, and we having fun. That's really all you know my music is, and I'm still rapping on the song, and in my head at least. So yeah, it's just a fun, different vibe for me, but it's not. It still sounds like me, and at least how I see it. So yeah,
I even did a deep dive after. That's why I said not if but when, and looked at was listening to previous stuff and trying to look for stuff similar. And running was one that came up that I was like a really similar vibe. So like when you say that you haven't or that you have like done stuff like this in the past and isn't the first time, it's not a foreign sound to you. Um, that's one that I was listening to that I felt really, uh, was another extension of of this type of space that you're
yeah, for sure. I appreciate you doing that deep dive.
in.
By the lighting on my face keeps changing this football game. I'm not watching it, but
You're not a Jets fan though.
not just fan, bro.
But
I'm just
Your Giants did win though.
Giants won, baby. Yeah, we back. Super Bowl's back on. But I watch every football game. I'm a big football fan, so uh, yeah. But this game's, I mean, it's over now anyway. It's just TV's just on for good vibes, so I don't feel.
So I'm always really interested in, when artists put out music, just sort of what it tells about where they are in their musical journey right now, in their life right now. And, you put a song out like this that's super upbeat, super energetic, and I want to know from you, what space you're in while creating this. It seems like it has to be a really, you have to be in a really positive experience or positive place to be able to, put something fun and happy like this out that really makes you as proud of it as you are.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely in a good space mentally, I'd say. While especially while I was making that song. But music's infectious, man. You could be sad and then you hear a beat like that. It could change the whole room. So don't think. Yeah, I mean, it obviously has to do with how I'm feeling at the moment, but at the same time, um, kind of just heard the beat and my mood was lifted. So even though the subject matter is a little, it's not sad. Obviously I'm really just talking about you can keep it, where it's like, a lot of people nowadays, or just probably from the beginning of time, when you break up with somebody or whatever, um, people want to like kind of delete memories and repress memories, or just like don't take anything from it. Just kind of like be like that never happened or whatever. Delete pictures and this and that. I'm just like, I feel like you got to take what you get from everything in life, whether it's a relationship or you know a random day out doing something. Take what you can get and keep that, and just grow from that, or remember it. And you know life's all about looking forward to things and remembering things. So like if we take away remembering things, and that's half of all of it. So um and the present, of course. But um just for me, it's like I would want this girl to keep it. I wouldn't want her to try to delete every memory. There's good and there's bad. And if it's bad, then there's growth that can come from it. If it's good, then like that's good memories to have. It's not like we should ever completely repress things, obviously, in most situations. So, uh,
Yeah, they're like all experiences that are building you.
all experience builds you as a person, everything. So why why not keep it? You know, yeah. Split my heart in two, one for me, one for you. That's like what I gave you. What I gave you out of this relationship, I would want you to keep it, whether it's for good, for better, for worse. And I would keep it as well. You know, um, yeah. Obviously, we like to forget some things, but there's growth in that. There's light in the dark.
Yeah, I feel like
There's
I feel like you have to get to a certain point eventually where you can get to that space. Like sometimes it's not always right off the bat where you're feeling like, initially you go through something like that and sometimes you're just like, fuck it. I wish this never happened. I wish, yeah, I could have, erase everything that sort of came with it. But then I think once time passes and time sort of heals it, you get to a point where it's like, you know, there's things you do take from it and you
yeah,
see more of the positive from it. I think once you're removed from the situation at least.
yeah, man. You're telling me, bro. Definitely would love to, especially initially, be like, fuck, wish that never happened. But Same time, um, you should probably you're better off learning and growing from things,
Yeah.
instead of forgetting everything. And music and art, everything is open for interpretation. So it's not like I'm gonna tell. I could tell you what I'm saying, but I'm never gonna like really be like this what it means. I would never really do that with my music because that's up to y'all. It's not up to me. That's what I think it is. But it's all open for interpretation. So, but in my head, when I was writing the song, going through whatever I was going through, um, I think things happen in life. Most of us are good people at the end of the day, and most of us. And it's good to just keep keep what you can keep from it. Don't delete everything, whether it's deleting pictures or deleting memories or just forgetting everything. Keep it.
Yeah.
So
It's a cool
yeah,
perspective to have, to not be forcing a message on the fans who are listening to it. Um, I feel like a lot of times, and I actually was just speaking to someone about this the other day. I forget who it was, but I was talking about like what message do you want people to get from the song, and I think no one's gonna interpret the same way you are, even if you have an intention of like this is what it means to me. This is what the song is about. It's impossible for someone to listen to it and feel the exact same thing that Trevor Spitta feels when you hear the song or when I hear the song, right? Like that's like the really neat thing about music is no matter what intention you probably have while making it and you want someone to get or hear, everyone's
hmm
gonna interpret it their own way, which I think is just really.
right. It's gonna happen anyway, so I might as well say it. You know, uh, but yeah, definitely. Maybe start some discourse. Maybe someone says not to keep it. I don't know.
And the meaning
That's how
changes.
I
Yeah.
feel though. Yeah, but I just think it's better. You know, it's not the deepest concept in the world, but it's a fun vibe. I think it's always cool to have a fun beat with a little more deeper meaning to it. But it's not too deep, man. It's a fun song.
I think the
I
meaning
think it's
on it too,
great.
though, is the fun vibe to it, right? Like it doesn't have to be all lyrically that it means something, but
Yeah,
sonically, if someone could put it on to make them feel good, I've done it while listening to it since you've put it out. Like if you can put it on and make you feel something, um, when you're having a rough day or going through something or whatever, you can just put this on and sort of forget about it. And there's also power in that, I think, to be able to feel something sonically versus just having to get the literal message from it.
nah, for sure, man. It's a great one. So that's that, man. We already on to the next one. So um, dropping soon. So I'm excited. Definitely not going away again like I did. Definitely gonna start rolling out this whole new world that I'm building. So I'm excited.